Hello. All right. I'm calling this Pilates core spine. It's like another one of those Amazon lists. And we're starting off at the top, and then everything's pretty much just lying on the ground after that. But I'm just going to jump to my knees so you can see me. Starting off, we're just going to do some neck rolls. So you bring your ear to your shoulder. See if you can press your shoulders down. And then just nose goes forward. And it just rolls over to the other side. And back up to the center. So you're just alternating a half roll in the forward direction. Now, why would we be doing this? Because my neck, I woke up with a crick in my neck, and it's like not just like sore neck, but like that super painful, like Zoolander can only turn one way sort of crick in your neck. And it's just been so distracting, like pain at rest. And that's always bothers me, is when it can't even let me rest, save like one position. So here we go. This is for me. And that would not have been possible yesterday. And I've already forgotten the next one. Side reaches. All right. Let me just bring you up here. We're just going to do your side reaches. My feet are together. Arms by the side. And then just lean. Let all the air out. Breathe in. Inflate yourself. Let all the air out. Down. Good. So this is a good moment just to check in with all those little mobility bits. Like I said, it's spine, core. So we're doing lots of spine stuff, twisting, bending, folding, and core stuff, you know, any of the above. But, you know, the core involves a lot of spine. So you can expect forwards, backwards, sideways, twisting, bending, folding for the next 30 minutes. Breathe in. Let the air out. See if you can go down further. Just make sure that your like inside toes, heels are still stuck on the floor. They do like to lift. So press them down. Good. Just finish off that last one. Don't feel the need to rush out of it. Excellent. Oh, God, I got like memory of a fish today. Come on, Elise. Arch, toe touch, and step in lunge twist. All right, so the arching toe touch. All that means is that we're going back first. So you're going to open yourself up. I can grab my hands behind me. Open one way. Oh, and then just reach forwards. Yes. Good. So you get the best of both worlds. You open, neck goes back. Ooh, and then forwards and down and reach. Good. Doesn't need to be pretty. It just needs to feel good for you. Backwards. Breathe in. Good. Forwards. Breathe out. Oh, yeah, that was good. All right, the last one. Now we're going to start to bring you down. Step in lunge twist, but you're in your push-up position. So you step in, and then you're going to twist towards the knee. Good. Just making sure that this shoulder is away from your ear. Good. And then just take it back. Step the other one forward, do the same thing. So you're twisting towards your knee. Good. Just see if you can keep your hips turned down. Otherwise, they're going to take away from the twist. So hips down, shoulders twist, shoulders away from ears. Lots of things to think about here. Your hands could be on a box right now if you don't have that step forward range. Good. Just finish that last one off. Shoulder away from your ear. Excellent. All right. Getting to the body of the workout. So we've got 3 different groups of exercises. And at some point you will need one of these or whatever you use instead of this. And it's for exactly what you think it is. But we are standing. Oh, I don't have to do this. All right, so your first one, groups of 3 exercises. We've got windmill on the left, windmill on the right, and dead bugs. So this timer, we're going 45 seconds. Nay, let's make it 40 because I write my own rules, but just 10 seconds rest. So it's not a lot of time in between. 3 rounds, so 3 threes are 9. And that's it. So now with the windmill, start off with body weight. We've got 3 rounds for some of these exercises to progress. So have in your mind, if the windmill's easy, I'll show you some regressions too. But if you're ready for some progressions, you'll just need like small dumbbells. Up to about 5 or so kilos depending. So just have that in the back of your mind if you're ready to progress this one. But this is one that is still going to be hard when you don't progress it. Okay. So if you remember the windmill, let me just bring you back to the screen. Yeah, that'll do. I might just step back a little bit. So feet parallel, like train tracks, and then turn your feet. They're both still parallel, but pointing one way. You've got your hip popped, hand down the inside part of the leg. Start off with that. I am going to chop my head off, but it's fine. Breathe in and breathe out. Just make sure that that hand is running down between your knee and the ankle at the bottom. Breathe in, breathe out, and that your shoulder is turned upwards. So you're pressing your chest forwards so that your shoulder isn't dipping. So even if that means that you get stuck and you can't go down any further, I wouldn't tip the shoulder just for the sake of reaching more. It's not the exercise that we're looking for. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Just shimmy over to the other side. So feet back to the center. Set yourself up right because I can see this one goes wrong a lot. Good. Now this towel is always excellent. Right now it's just making sure that my feet are parallel because sometimes, breathe in, breathe out. Sometimes one foot will like end up more in front of the other, but this one just keeps them, they're parallel, but they're also in line. And basically you want to be sandwiched, say if you're sandwiched between 2 walls, you want to make sure that nothing's going to hit the wall. So you need to be very much side to side. Breathe in on the way down, breathe out on the way up. Good. All right. And so your third exercise is a dead bug, a variation of the dead bug. So just starting off, round spine and hold. Yeah, we're working on TVA a lot. So draw your belly button in and focus on that as your main priority before making the exercise harder. You can always have your heels down and be holding this. But let's say for the last 10 seconds, so in 10 seconds, we're all going to go arms up. Good. Keep breathing, keep holding, keep balancing. Good. Last 10 seconds, arms up. Keep your belly button in, keep breathing. 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, I'm just going to quickly grab a weight. Windmills. Yeah. All right, so feet parallel. And I was going to keep my hand on my hip just because of my neck thing. But if you want, if you're ready for it, so if you are managing to keep your chest pressing to the front, shoulders stacked one on top of the other, you can also add this arm up and it's reaching up to the ceiling the whole time. Actually, that was fine for me. Good. Breathe in, breathe out. Just keep, like, look through your eyebrows. Keep an eye on that hand. It should always be reaching up to the ceiling. I'll go back and show you on the other side. Breathe in. Breathe out. All right, so what I mean, feet parallel, pointer, let's go, is that you're always looking at your fingertips and your fingers are always reaching for the roof. So imagine if there's a rope coming down from the ceiling that you can hold on to. You're continuously lifting up in that line. Obviously, the biggest thing that I see is that people lose sight of the arm and it's just going out somewhere else, not the exercise. This is half a mobility exercise, half a core exercise, and you're losing the mobility element if you can't keep that arm up. So if you can't keep that arm up, put it on your hip. Deal with it another day. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Front knee bends, back knee does not. Excellent take. All right. Dead bug 2.0. Good. Tippy. Right, now my butt's disappeared. Can't win with this set, but in the other sets, they're all lying on the ground, I'm pretty sure. Good. Now, know your upgrades, know your downgrades. You can stretch your legs out so long as that belly button stays down. So if it pops, just bring your knees back in, that's fine. Again, in the final 10 seconds, we're going to go arms up, belly button in. Good, 10 seconds. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Good, let's go one more round. Feet parallel, turn them. Good. Chest forward. Head is optional. So my front knee, as in the one that the hand's sliding down, that bends and stands up to straight. The back leg does not bend, as in the one that you're popping through the hip. That leg stays straight. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. And just send it over to the other side. Set yourself up right from the get-go. Good. And what's most important is that you're not trying to rip yourself up. You're just coming up slowly with control. Be okay feeling that tension as you lift up. There's no rush for this one. It's just a slow 40 seconds. Breathe in, breathe out. Good, just running down the inside leg. Excellent. I'm gonna remember to do this. Dead bug, one more set. Good. I get there eventually with the personal organization. So again, just find the level that's right for you. May be different from last time. You may be warming into it. You may be getting fatigued. Belly button down and hold. Choose the option that's right for you. Good. Final 10 seconds. Stretch yourself out even more. This is the end goal, a nice dish position. Although the exercise for today is a dead bug, if that's more your style. 3, 2, 1. And relax. Okay. I'm just giving my hips a bit of a stretch. All right. Let me just double check your list. Elbow to knee, elbow to knee, tabletop hold. You know what? I lied. I'm a big dirty lie. Originally, we were going to do, we're going to do these ones. It's actually not on the list today. So ditch that. Had a reason for not including it. Instead, what we're doing is your elbow to knees, just on one side. So these are your up and down. So it's very similar. Off you go, just on one side. So take your time, belly button down, curl, knee to elbow. So see if you can twist the body as much as you can and then just bring it back down. Again, less is more when it comes to the core. Don't let anyone convince you to do those stupid Instagram exercises. Oh, they're just so dumb. You know what? I whinged about this crick in my neck. It's already feeling so much better. And that just really goes to show exercise can help within reason. There's sometimes when you should not be exercising when there's something that's sore or injured, but there is a lot that you can do. You know, just because something hurts does not rule out all exercise. It probably rules out some exercise. But there's some movements that are going to be very therapeutic for you. Good. Again, just check belly button down, spine down, up and twist. Now, this second side is a lot harder for me. Why? Not too sure, but it is. Again, we don't need to know a reason. We just need to notice. Good. And we're going to set that with a tabletop hold. So flip it over onto your hands and knees. I'm going to take your knees off the floor. 2, 1, and go. Good. Belly button in, knees just off the floor. You know, I've had clients come to me with shoulder pain, as in they're just starting out exercise, but they haven't started sooner because they've had shoulder pain. Let's say that. Another example is lower back pain. And as a precaution and as my responsibility, I must send them to a physio to get cleared first. And then often the physio will come back and say, there's no injury, there's no impingement, there's no tendonitis, there's nothing inflamed. They just need to move. And so sometimes, well, a lot of time, your pain isn't an injury. It's your body's response asking for more movement. How cool is that? Good. So I've actually saved a few people from physio visits because we've realized that they just need to move more, or that they've moved too much too soon. And the body also doesn't like that either. So pain's a funny thing. I think we're so used to, you know, your acute and your instant pain when you do an injury, when something, you know, tears or pops or gets hit, and that we don't know that there is that other pain, the pain that develops not because of injury, but because of other. We're not used to that pain, but we assume that if there's pain, there must have been an injury. Not always the case. Good. Up and twist. As always, just keeping that belly button down as much as you can. This exercise actually doesn't need an upgrade. It can have one. I'll show you one in your third set, but really what we're aiming for here, like we don't often do the core and the twist. So this should be plenty for you today. Especially if you're focusing down on the TVA. Cool. Flip her over. Ready for your tabletop hold. This also does not need upgrade. Belly button in, knees just off the floor. That should be your focus, is just making sure that you can't get your knees any lower without making contact. Good. Drawing the belly button in, shoulders away from ears. Flattening yourself out as much as you can. Pulling hands and knees together towards the center. Try it. 5 seconds. Woo. Okay, last set of this one. We've still got one more 9-setter to go. Elbows and knees. So this is what we've been doing. If you really need an upgrade, if you're itchy for an upgrade, this is all I do is I just start from a straight leg and then bring it in. So that just gives you a bit more range, makes it a little bit heavier. Needs to initiate from here from the beginning. So make sure that's still sustained. And you can keep that leg straight too if you want another upgrade. Just go like that. Woo! But that's a little bit too Instagram-y for me. If you do it, just make sure it's slow and that you're not kicking. I'm not Jane Fonda today. Or any day. Good. And this is actually getting really hard, this third set. Good. Relax. Ready for the other side. Same deal. Just going to turn this way a bit. Yeah, I'm almost crawling off screen. Just try not to pull your neck forwards. They can only end in tears. Push your head into your hands. That's okay. Just try not to be too rocky through the body. It should be nice and stable. All right, let's go one more tabletop. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Now, towards the end of that last tabletop, I said pull your hands and knees together towards the center. Try that now. It's exactly the same theory as when you do your plank. You don't go anywhere, but you just think about it. You might be able to see micro movements happening here. If you pull your hands and knees together towards the center, like you're trying to drag them along the floor if it was slippery, it makes it harder. Surprise, surprisingly, it makes it harder. Hard is good. We want to make this hard. We don't want to start having to do stupid stuff just to make an exercise harder because we weren't doing it right in the first place. 5 seconds. Belly button in, knees down. 2, 1. All right. Your last one. Just double check in. Side plank, super reach, row hold. Oh, that's nice. And then just a little bit of mobility. I like this. All right. Let me just grab a little drink. So seeing all your side plank options. If you have noticed, I've been trying to hide it, but yes, these are toe socks. Ew, look at that. This is what happens when you get to over 30. I swear, things start breaking down. Side plank, you know the drill. 3, 2, 1. And go. Any sort of side plank you want. Just make sure there's lots of space between your ear and your shoulder. And you're balancing. You have one foot stacked on top of the other. You can have it in front if you want. You could go knee. We're just holding. I'm just trying to lift the hips up as high as you can. That's all. Now for me, this is kind of, because it's danger area, I'm actually just probably going to stick to the knees. And it has an interesting effect when you drop to the knee. Your glutes, like some down here, starts working a little bit differently in a good way. So I might just be okay with that. There's no point in making something worse. Listen to your body. But don't make it a cop-out. Do it. Same thing here. Good. So you got your plank option. I'm bitching out, just going for the knee option. Shoulders away from your ears. Again, think about pulling elbow and knee together towards the center. Doesn't go anywhere, but just do make sure that you're not using like your shoulder as a wedge. Shoulder should be directly underneath the elbow. Lifting hips up as high as you can. Making a straight line. So between your knee or your foot and your shoulder or your head. Again, if we sandwich you between a wall, there shouldn't be much that gets knocked. Good. Pushing the floor away. Now get excited for this next one. Cool. All right, so we're going to do a Superman hold. So it's not going to go up and down. It's going to stay up, but we're just going to flap the arms around. Now it's going to be a good distraction. So you're going to lift, and then you're just going to pull. Bring your shoulders down, nice long neck, and then just reach. Breathe in and pull. Breathe in. See if you can lengthen yourself, stretch yourself, and pull. So you're staying up the whole time, ideally. See what you can do. Just make sure your legs are straight. Ankles are together. They like to come apart. An exercise in itself, just trying to keep the legs, ankles, knees together. 5 seconds. Cool. I like that. All right, we're going back to your side planks. Round number 2. Good. Now I'm really excited just to like check in with my neck after all of this. Like I said, it's been like this since yesterday morning. So we're now 24 hours plus half a day later. So let me just stick this leg out. And it's like moderately gotten better, but not a lot. But it's taken a lot of whinging, a lot of feeling sorry for myself, a lot of deep heat, and trying to convince Carlos to give me massages to get to this point. And I've got gymnastics tonight, and I'm not going to not go to gymnastics. So if I could feel a little bit better before then, that'd be fantastic. Good. At the moment, it just sounds like the Elise show, you know, 30 minutes of Elise whinging about her neck, but hopefully there's a lesson in there for you. Good. Shoulders away from ears. I think the last time, like, and you know, it's happened to everyone. You wake up with a crick in your neck, and it's not just like, oh, sore. It's like angry, nervy, like you feel like you've done something wrong and it's never going to go back to the way it was. That sort of feeling. Last time that happened was 2 years ago. Good. Just lift your hips up. Make sure you can't lift up any higher. Straight line between your knee / foot and your shoulder / head. Good. All right, back onto your belly. These super reach rows. Most important thing is keeping your legs together and straight. Ready? Good. Lift and then go. Take this one slow, otherwise you're going to have a bad time. Check the position here. Just make sure that your elbows are tipped down, but your wrists aren't doing anything weird, flexy. Breathe in, breathe out. Think about stretching long, but still lifting. And breathe out. Good. Alrighty, so one more set of the side planks. Good. Here. Nice long yet relaxed neck. Pushing elbow into the floor, shoulder over elbow. Other arm ideally is just reaching up to the ceiling. But just note the hand. Some people will start to throw their hand away. And what I mean by that is they start to do that and it starts going somewhere behind them. Lift up here. Good. Lift up taller. Squeeze your butt. Hips forward. Body in a nice straight line. Hold for another 5, 2, One. Good. Other side. Yeah, up your pop. Nice long shoulders. Elbow pulling in towards the knee, knee pulling in towards the elbow, pushing the floor away from you. And just relax your neck as much as you can. I like to look up at my fingers. Some people's necks don't like that. You can look straight ahead. Just make sure you've got a lot of space. Breathing, lifting, holding, squeezing. You're almost there. Good. 10 seconds. Good. I'm shaking. That's getting hard. All right. Super retro. I'm actually really enjoying this one today. I don't often like the Superman position, but here we are. Good. Lengthen, stretch first, and then start pulling. Now, every so often, just check that you can't squeeze through your butt, squeeze through your back a little bit more, and that you can't lift up any higher. You're not allowed to relax, ideally, but there may be room for lifting, and it may start to sag a little bit. That's fine, as long as you don't come down. Cool. All right. Now, for your cool down, these are just rapid fire. Be over before you know it. So I'm just going to put 30 seconds on the timer. All right, 20 seconds for me to explain my first. All right, straight into it. So we're going to go into your straddle position, the best of your ability. We're just going to go over to one side. So you've got this option, down, up, or you've got this option, slightly easier. You can do this if you want. We're just going down to one side. That's all. It's like a windmill, but seated. Down and up. I suppose the main thing you need to note here is that you're not just slamming yourself up. You're curling up, using this trunk and torso to get you back up to the top. But you get a really nice stretch across your side. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Just see if you can keep both sit bones on the ground so that leg's not lifting. Other side. Good. You may not guess what's coming up next. Into the center. So if you can, hands behind your head, just fold forwards. Pretty. It doesn't need to look good. There's just the exercise. Even your spine can round if you want. Down and up. Yeah, I feel weird because I got these toe socks on. Look at that. Yeah, I know, never say never. I'm never going to wear toe shoes. I promise that to you. I'll probably wear Crocs before I wear toe shoes. These are almost basically like prescription socks. Next one, last one. Just go into your, what's this, C-line, and then just pull back, round spine. That's all. This thing really wormy. Up and back. There is argument for keeping them separated, and now I'm talking about your toes. And this has just become more of a necessity for me. Cool. All right. Let's call that a day. You, my friends, are done. Thank you so much for hanging out. Pilates day. Oh, let me check my neck. All right, so yesterday, left and right didn't feel good. This morning, turning right didn't feel so good. I'd say that's about I'll be modest, maybe like 50% better. Heaps better than 30 minutes ago, that's for sure. So thanks for hanging out. Let's do this again. See you in the next one.